seen those enclosed tubs, and I've been like, I want one, but they're so. You would think that for some reason I go, the water get cold by the time you fill it up, like it's gonna be cold.
by the time it's filled.
But I think it's probably the same amount of water in a long tub, in a low tub.
No, isn't it just a regular tub that they? Because you can have your regular tub turned into one of those.
Right. But,
so it would still be the same size tub.
But it's vertical instead of horizontal. So
well, yeah, but it's still the tub.
But I'm saying, I'm
I'm
saying I think it's the same amount of water in it. You know what I mean?
If you only filled the tub.
Yeah.
But if you're I see what you mean.
Yeah, if you're in the big tub.
But if you have one, like a newly installed one, you don't crawl in it. You just step in it. That's the point of it. So the old people don't have to climb down into a tub. They can just sit down on the...
Yeah, except it's not 4 feet wide.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, you're probably right.
So I guess it would be this, but
it
for some reason,
be less water because you don't fill it up to your head.
Yeah, see,
you
that's
only fill it up to your belly or your chest.
Like. Then I gotta hunk over to play submarine or whatever.
Yeah,
but
so just have you have a normal like a tub shower with a curtain.
Yeah,
no, like ours at home we have the
just fill up.
Yeah, the glass enclosed.
Swim around.
Yeah. So you look like the guy in the dunk tank.
Yeah. I could be Luke.
I have Tracy cock the door after I close it every time I take a shower, so I can fill it up.
Hey, this is a family show. Oh,
not that. Waka waka waka.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We don't. My wife wanted me to. She sent an email. I said, "Honey, do you have something that I should ask Joe?" She said, "Why does my ass hurt? It's just the right side. It's just the right side. Any thoughts?"
She's asking me?
Yeah. Her ass was hurting today and this morning, so
no.
That's all.
Couldn't tell you. Now, if it was the left side, I'd have a long list of things.
Damn it.
But,
damn it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like, it's going to be my birthday tomorrow. And I am getting older.
Well,
our bodies are...
What birthdays mean.
And like you and I said, we're taking more medication or vitamins that we've never taken before that we don't need.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I got constipated. Forgive me.
Yeah.
But I was my stomach hurt.
You got something on your
and it
shirt.
Was it's a thread for the podcast audience. I'm sorry, it led me off on a tangent about. I'll get back to it.
Okay,
Remind me. Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay.
So, my belly button hurt. That like the constipation, like you get that. So, I was like, oh my, it's weird. I said, oh, I guess I'll just eat more fiber, whatever. Next thing I know, I'm feeling like I either went to the bed, whatever. I felt like I had to throw up, and I throw up this projectile.
Okay.
Like the beer that I drank, and maybe some pizza, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it happened. I don't know what, but I think I know why. And here's why. It sucks to get old. I sit in the bed and I watch TV. Sometimes I slunk down a little bit, so I'm not at a
90-degree angle.
Yeah. So when I drink or eat, my food gets caught in the middle of my chest, and then I'm like, and then I'll get like a kind of a burp, and fluid will come up, like like my full beer.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but I'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I think it might have been that, but worse than normal.
Yeah.
So, because my wife thought she stayed up, poor thing, she stayed up all day trying to worry
posting
about
on
me.
Facebook about it.
Yeah,
That's
and worried about me.
Doing.
And I told her, I go, no. She goes, is your belly better? I go, no, it's just constipation.
Isn't she a nurse? Shouldn't she know what to do?
She's gonna be. She's still reading the books. It's like Greatest American Hero, Lost, the instruction book.
Gotcha.
Which, by the way,
is another tangent.
I watched the other day. That's a horrible show.
No shit. Where did you watch that?
It's on regular antenna TV.
Oh.
And I go, honey, look at this. And I started looking up because I'm finally off for Halloween. I'm going to be.
Oh, my God.
So I get to dress up. And like I've told you, I wanted to be Zorro that time.
Yeah.
I never got to be Zorro. So I want to be Zorro. I said, maybe I'll do that. And then I go, honey, I could be the greatest American hero. I get a wig. I get the outfits, like $30. And I get
They
the
sell
suit.
that outfit?
Yeah. And she goes, nobody would know who you are.
Yes, they would.
I go,
the adults would know.
Yeah. I said, I know who I was.
Yeah.
And because when we go with the nieces and nephews,
Well, yeah, when you go to the houses,
yeah,
the parents usually open the door, and they're the ones that are going to know.
Yeah.
The kids are going to say, oh, whatever.
She was like, what is this?
He's not an Avenger.
And I lied to him. You know he is. Yeah. And she was just like, oh, my God. And
oh, that'd be funny.
And then, and it was the very first episode that I watched, so it was when he got given everything and then lost the thing. And
was that only one season?
I think it was 2.
Oh.
But it's on Hulu, if you have Hulu.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
But I'd say skip that. Watch Fall Guy.
I'd say skip them both.
Okay, so Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay.
You know how he's the great premise of the show that they've tried to do since and horrible. Third Rock from the Sun's really funny show.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't know like regular things like practical jokes like, hey, there's something on your shirt.
Oh.
So Jane Curtin goes, Dick, there's something on your shirt. And he goes, what? And she hits her finger into his face. And then he goes, there's something on your shoulder. And she goes, what? And he slaps her right across the face. And it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Beating a woman, that's funny.
I thought so. Well, like I told you, my favorite part of Pulp Fiction was when he got angry and threw everything. And you were always like, he's mad at her and he's throwing stuff. Butch is in the hotel room.
Oh, yeah.
And
she lost
like,
his
watch. Motherfucking bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing the TV and everything.
Yeah.
But what else was it? Oh, did you listen to, probably not, my show where I went off about She Just 17 and Sweet 16?
No.
How wrong those songs are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And who would listen to it that's like, yeah, man, that's my, like, is that for teenagers to be like, yeah, She Just 17? And
I just think that the lyrics weren't important.
Right.
To people.
Yeah.
They like the song as a whole with the music. They don't really sit and listen to the lyrics, because if you sit and listen to lyrics on a lot of songs, they're not great.
Yeah.
They're not, I mean, I don't mean that they're not a good song. I mean that they're, like that song, they're very inappropriate.
Yeah.
They can be.
Well, it was like that one that I told you about that was, that I also talked about on the show. It was like stalkerish, where the guy was saying like, you know, I'll be watching you, not I'll be watching you. Whatever it was, it was like, don't leave me, you know. Anyway, I cannot think of the song, but it was on it. Shut your mouth. But the one that I'm thinking about now is Jackson 5.
Okay.
I Want You Back.
Okay.
Now it's a little boy singing about how he wants his girlfriend back.
Yeah.
Now that's all I think about. First of all, of course, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, but I always think of just little Michael Jackson singing this song with his group of people.
Yeah. And
I don't think of, I'm thinking when you're listening to the song in the 70s, were people like, oh, like you said, were they listening to the lyrics and going, you know, how weird is it to have a little boy sing a song?
I don't think they were thinking about it.
It's like, you know, it's a good song.
No, yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But plus, now you're thinking about it, knowing who that little boy grew up to be.
Yeah.
And that just his whole life is weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You think he was singing to other children? I want you back. Yeah? I see. I want you back to Neverland.
Yeah.
He should have sang that new song that, Lost Boy. I'm a lost boy in Neverland.
Yeah, no.
And then I'll let you get to yours. I'll let you get to your stuff because I'm just barreling through my shit.
Go for it.
Pooping is so archaic.
What?
Like, we have all this technology.
Wait. What did you say?
Pooping.
Okay.
Taking a shit.
Yeah, I got that.
We got all this technology. You can look up anything you want on your phone.
Yes.
Sending people
and
to the
that's what you
moon.
look up?
We're doing whatever.
Uh-huh.
But yet, we still got to wipe our ass with our hands.
Okay.
I'm just...
As opposed to what?
I don't know. I don't have a solution. I'm just saying.
I don't understand then. Do you think we should have some sort of machine that does it for us?
Maybe. I mean, you got a bidet, but I'm not saying a bidet. I'm not saying maybe we need a machine. I'm saying it's odd
You think that the human body should evolve past the need to wipe our ass?
Oh, that would be awesome. Maybe in several thousand
or that
years.
people should just not do it, and eventually people will deal with the smell?
No. I'm saying...
I don't understand.
I'm just saying, I don't know. It was a thought popped in my head.
Fever dream you had while you were...
Yeah, while I was vomiting in the toilet. Yeah. I'm like...
Beer and pizza?
Speaking of poop. No, I don't know. It struck me as...
You're getting so old
funny.
And so lazy that you're tired of wiping your own ass.
Yeah, I'm like, why do
I gotta do this?
Again? I wonder if I could deal with the smell.
There's got to be a better way.
That's right.
No, nobody thinks that way.
Okay, then never mind. It was just a random thought. I said I'll bring it up with Joe and we'll see, and thought it'd bring laughs, but it brought nothing. You brought the laughs. So thank you.
And did you mean with your hand, literally just with your hand, no toilet paper?
No,
or you just mean
I'm not from Afghanistan.
Should we have evolved a third appendage that is only there for the sole purpose of wiping your ass? And every time you wipes your ass, it falls off into the toilet, and then a new one grows between then and the time you need to take another shit.
Maybe we have 8 layers of skin for a reason.
You wipe your ass. Shed your skin on your hand every time.
That's what I'm saying. Shed that. No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a solution. I was just saying the wiping of it.
You also don't have a problem.
The wiping of it
There's no problem.
Well, right. It seems to work.
Yeah, things are working out.
Yeah. If I'm doing it right, it's side to side, right?
Yeah. It's back to front.
Yeah. Yeah, I wipe my dick and then all the way up my...
You wipe it into your
all up here in the back of my neck.
Up the back of his neck, yeah.
I don't know why my back of my neck smells like a big clunk of cheese.
Lovely. Shacky.
That's right. That's an inside joke for all of you. And then, I had this segment that I told you about that I was thinking of starting. It's called Does It Hold Up?
Yes.
Greatest American Hero.
No.
Big Trouble in Little China. I just watched recently. I'm wearing my shirt.
Yes, I see that.
It's still good. I liked it. I mean, like you said, there's some that don't hold up.
No, that would not. What do you mean it holds up? Do you mean if it holds up to someone who's never seen it?
Yeah, I showed it.
If you showed it to somebody now who's never seen it, would they think it's good?
Right.
Or me, who has seen it before,
right? And
maybe I haven't seen it in a very long time, and I watch it again, but I still like it.
Right.
How do you mean?
My wife. Would it hold up to a new person?
No, I don't think so.
She was like, I get what you mean. Like, this wouldn't be for me. She goes, it's kind of, how did she say it? Weird?
Stupid.
No, she goes, I said, but if you can get over that, I said, it's funny. It's meant to be funny. And so she laughed at some parts and thought it was, good. And I was explaining, she goes, who's that girl? I go, that's your girl from fucking Sex and the City. And she's like, oh my God, she got old. I said, yeah. And then I'm like, those aren't really their green eyes, and I'm explaining to her all the fucking behind the scenes shit, like they're wearing
you really enhance a movie.
And, well, because I read the IMDb page, and
while you're watching the movie,
I get all the facts a little bit. And if I've seen the movie, yes, I.
Yeah, but she hasn't. She probably would just like to watch it.
Well, she wasn't fully engaged. She would just look up every once in a while. I go, look, honey, watch. She's gonna shoot the gun in the air, and the plaster will fall down.
Oh, good.
And then the part that I thought was funny that she didn't laugh at, so maybe you're right, because some people maybe don't get it, but when he's got the knife in his boot, and he pushes the knife through the bottom of his boot, and then puts his leg up to stop that big guy coming at him, and then he gets stuck.
Yeah, the guy's too heavy for him to get him off.
Yeah, and then he has to finally lean over and let him fall over.
Yeah.
But it was but it was still good. It was still funny, but it is weird. Like they said, they didn't know how to promote it. So that's why the movie didn't do well.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah. No, my thing for Does It Hold Up would be, does it hold up for, like, DC Cab? Like, I watched DC Cab. I was like, but also with you and I, Big Trouble in Little China, I'm watching and I'm laughing at every thing that's said that's funny that maybe other people didn't laugh at, but you and I laugh at because just, China's here and, just everything.
We like it. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Exactly. Speaking of, Money Pit is coming to Harkins on a Tuesday.
I saw that.
But I have to work. But it would be great to go to that, wouldn't it?
That would be great.
But we can't. No. But it's on Netflix, so we're okay.
Another problem.
So then last night, my wife goes, Cloak and Dagger, this thing came up on Facebook that was like, Cloak and Dagger's fucked up. I was going to bring it up for the show. Maybe I will, if we're lucky, if I can find it. And so she was like, Cloak and Dagger, I remember that. I said, oh, my God, really? Because you were 3 when it came out, or 5. And so she's like, yeah. So I said, well, look it up. I think it's on Amazon. And she looked up and she goes, yeah, they want to charge us for it. It's $2.99 on Amazon. I go, well, go ahead and rent it because I'm doing that for her so then I can rent Condor Man and Megaforce. And so she goes, no, I'm already paying for Amazon. I'm not going to pay them more money to watch that. Yeah. I go, honey, do you realize everything you buy is from Amazon? Like, just go ahead and do it. And she didn't. But that was my mindless point. But
yeah.
So now, I'm sorry. I thought it would. I thought it would go somewhere. Now I even forgot what we. Oh, Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger was. I liked it when I was a kid. I don't think it would hold up, but it is a fucked up movie because that kid is flat out killing people in that movie.
Oh, did you read the article?
No, I didn't. But I remember the movie.
Yeah,
I mean, and his imaginary friend is helping him do it.
Oh yeah. So it's him doing it. Yeah, I never thought it because they never show him do it.
He can't do it because he's not real.
Right. But no, I'm saying they never show the boy doing it.
Oh yeah.
So that's how you watch it, is imagining it's him, but it's not his imaginary friend. Yeah. And his imaginary friend is his dad, right? Is Colby?
I don't know. I don't remember that. If he kind of made his dad that character.
I thought he did.
It was a game.
Yeah.
That he played in the character in the game.
Yeah.
But it might be he just made that character his dad. Maybe his dad's dead or something, and he just uses that.
Yeah.
To fill the void.
His dad was alive because then he. But
just ignored him. Maybe he beat him, sexually abused him at some point.
For people unlike you and I,
yeah, there
is a for Chip. I didn't step on Joe's line. I heard everything he said, and it was funny. What was I saying?
Oh my God!
Did you? Oh,
hi, Joe. Didn't know you were here.
That's right. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Whatever. See, I'm getting old. Anyway, for people that are unlike you and I, they have good relationships with their father. So if he has an imaginary hero in his head, it's going to be his father.
Oh yeah.
You and I, we have a hero. It's going to be, Captain America or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Jack Burton.
Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo. There you go. Yeah, that's my dad. My dad's.
Yeah.
We should get shirts made. Yeah. My dad is Han Solo. I'll wear it when I'm going out with my dad and be like, "Oh, you think I'm cool?" No, I think Harrison Ford's my father.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Han Solo prequel?
I don't know. I'll have to wait.
Yeah, I hope it's good. And who is it going to be? Not Dave Franco. It's going to be somebody else.
I don't know. They said who it is. I don't know who he is. I forget his name. But it's being done by the guys that did the Lego movie. So
cool.
It
should be full of funny.
Should be funny.
Oh, I was watching
Lego.
I was watching Clone Wars and
what?
Yeah.
The cartoon or the shitty movie?
The cartoon. The movie was that was Clone
Episode 2.
Attack of the Clones.
Oh, yeah.
No, the cartoon where they just found Chewie, which he was a slave on a ship that they were hauling away, and I'm like, isn't Han Solo supposed to save Chewie and not these people?
I don't know.
Ahsoka.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm a grown-ass man. I don't watch cartoons.
It's really,
Voltron?
really. Yeah, I was gonna say, coming from the guy who was like, "Did you finish Voltron yet?" And I'm like, "No, I'm watching Thundercats."
I wish they'd redo Thundercats on Netflix.
Well, they redid them semi-recently on Cartoon Network or something, but I don't know how good it did. But it's on. I think the original is on Hulu, and then also they have a Thunderbirds. You know, the marionettes. They have
saw that. They redid.
They have that on Hulu, but that redo is actually pretty decent. I watched one of those. The original, like I thought. I don't know if you ever watched. I don't know if it was the Thunderbirds movies or what, but I remember catching those on TV, and I was like, "These are amazing! Who did these?" And even the episodes are like 45 minutes.
The show is what Team America is based on.
Yeah, for those of you who are young.
Except not quite
know.
as filthy.
Yeah. And, but they're like a long episode. Like, I was watching one, and I'm like, when are you going to be done? Like, you can bring the plane down already. But it's pretty interesting.
I doubt that.
It might hold up.
You don't have kids. So you have more time on your hands than you know what to do with. So you have all this free time to watch literally anything you want.
That's right.
So
see?
I'll give you that.
Now, is that good?
No, it's not good.
Oh, I should have children?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that. God, no.
Oh, and now is that for me? Or is that because children are a lot of work?
Children are a lot of work.
Oh, thank you, Joe. You saved our friendship right there. I was going to move on to the next thing.
You go right ahead.
I'm sorry.
Move right along.
Nothing. Joe, they're like, I thought Joe was your co-host.
I'm here.
What was your best birthday party
Don't know.
and or present ever?
Don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything.
I thought I was the only one. Thank you.
No,
there we
I
go.
really couldn't think of anything.
Thank you. Good night.
I don't remember. The only birthday I remember is the one that you didn't go to.
I know, and I feel bad for that. Mostly every year, I think about your birthday. I'm serious, because Joe had this birthday party when we was 1987, 88. Creepshow was on DVD.
Probably
on tape.
Probably.
And
when was Terminator?
So Terminator was 83, 84. 84.
Yeah, so it was probably 80. Yeah.
So
87.
Joe goes, I'm having a birthday party. You should come over. Calls me on, it's called the landline.
Yeah.
Calls me on that. Says you should come over. Says we're going to watch Terminator and Creepshow. So I'm like, oh, Terminator, cool. But then I'm like, Creepshow, oh, it's a scary movie. I saw The Thing on VHS, and that scared the shit out of me because that dog just split right open. And I was like, and I go, I'm going to go in the other room and watch Bob Newhart. And so I did. My parents just continued watching it. And forever, it took me a long time to finally watch The Thing because that dog just fucking split open. And, but, so imagine if I kept watching, that guy's head came off and crawled across the floor. So
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
So Joe says, come over. So I go, Mom, Joe wants me to come over and watch Terminator and Creepshow. I'd like to go for Terminator, but can I leave for Creepshow?
Joe, can you watch Creepshow first and I'll show up later?
So I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, no, I said, I can't. I go, I can't go, or however I forget how I called you, or
I don't
just
remember.
didn't show up, or what, because I was chicken
devastated
shit.
After that.
And so now I'm wondering, today I started wondering, who came to that party?
I think Jack.
Was it just you?
No, there was some other, I don't remember. I think maybe Jack was there. I don't remember. I know there was a couple of the kids there, but I don't remember.
Yeah. But I was the only one that mattered. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Right, of course. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize now for everything else I've ever done.
But I literally don't remember any other specific birthday and or gift that I thought was special enough to remember to this day.
I also apologize for Black Cauldron. One day Black Cauldron's at the cheap movies, and Joe and I are going to go see it. And I said, okay, I'll meet you there.
Was Black Cauldron too scary for you too?
No, I was either running late or my dad was stupid or whatever it was. By the time I got there, the movie had already started.
Oh, you did show up?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was like the movie had already started. And I was like, well, maybe Joe just left because we didn't have cell phones. Maybe Joe just left and, dang it. And then later on, you're like, no, I was in there watching it. Thank you for showing up, asshole. Some other childhood memory that creeped up today.
Yeah. I also don't remember a single frame of that movie.
I had watched it because you had to go through it, so I put myself through it years later. And, yeah, I couldn't recall that movie. I shared a thing on the Facebook page for Pete's Dragon. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's Everything Wrong with Pete's Dragon.
Yeah.
I used to love, when I was little, I fucking cried like a baby. I remember my godfather said he walked into the theater looking for me and my mom, and all he heard was, toward the end of the movie, and all he heard was this, and he's like, who's that? And then later he goes, I heard some kid.
Pussy child is crying.
Yeah, he goes, I heard some kid crying, and my mom's like, yeah, that was him. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it was so good. He lost his friend. And then you watch that Everything Wrong with Pete's Dragon. It's like, oh my God, that was a movie? Like, horrible. Excuse me. But something else that came up, childhood memory.
Uh-huh.
Talking to my wife about something, and she goes, oh, I love Sloppy Joes. Like I was talking about you coming over and stuff, and she's like, I love Sloppy Joes. And I go, I do too. And every time in school, we're in line to go eat, and I'm with Joe, and I go, hey, Joe, we're having Sloppy Joes. And he'd punch me because he thought I was making fun of his name. And
it's very offensive to us.
Yeah, and I go, it's all Joe's
trying
in the
to get
world.
him to change the name.
Very sorry. And I'm like, what? I like Sloppy Joes. And he'd hit me again. And I'd go, I'm just saying.
I want to hit you now.
And so I was like, I'm not making fun of you. And stop making fun of me. And and then I want to, Joe also stood up for civil rights back in the day when I learned about Abraham Lincoln and told
the hard
our
way.
friend. I think we already told you that. Yeah, we were in line at the water fountain, and I turned to Manuel and I said, if it weren't for Abraham Lincoln, you'd still be a slave. And Joe punched me and said, what are you doing? And I go, what? I'm stating a fucking fact. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you were racist back then.
No. And so my best birthday, I think, was one that I had. I listened to an old podcast that Sergio and I did in 2011 in February, and I was going to post it last week. So I'm sorry that we missed a week, but I was sick and I tried to record it. It wouldn't work. And anyway, it's on the other iTunes page. It's called it's kind of funny podcast, but it was about, I used to play these games, and I've talked about this before as well, where we'd stand on a stool or a chair and we'd drop a clothespin into a milk bottle, and you had to drop it in, and nobody knows this game.
I don't know this
and
game.
Sergio says it's white trash, and I said, well, we all played it.
Sounds like your mom and dad threw you two random objects and said, go fucking play a game while we go screw.
She had an idea for it, so she was like, she goes, here, we're gonna play drop the clothespin in a milk bottle or whatever.
You sure she wasn't telling you what her and your dad were gonna do?
My dad, yeah. She's like, we're gonna play. I'm like, okay, where's the clothespin?
That's the game. You got to find it.
So I remember we did pin the tail on the donkey that we put. Like, it was that game I never understood. I'm like, why do we
understand pin the tail on the donkey?
I understood it, but I think back then I thought, what is the fun in this game? I didn't see the humor in, like, you put the tail way far away. That's hilarious. Like,
it's a kid game. It's not an adult
I know,
game.
And that's the thing. It was my 23rd birthday, and I thought, no. But I don't remember how old I was. I might have been 12. And that was the birthday when I was waiting for my dad to show up. And he showed up, and he came in and got some stuff, and he left.
Okay.
And that was the day when I was like, you weren't even there. You weren't a very good father. You weren't there for my birthday. And he was like, what do you mean? You had all your friends there. What do you need me for? And I said, well, I thought it would be nice if you were there because Mom was there. And so we would get up on a stool or a chair, and you'd look down at the hole in the bottle and drop this clothespin in there, and you'd try to make it. And I thought it was fun. So I played it once years ago on, not this, years ago.
I prefer the video game version.
Before the made by Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Naughty Dog. It's super high def. It looks gorgeous.
That's right. Could you imagine? Oh, what do I do? Shoot people? No, you just drop this in
the
there.
Makers of Uncharted.
Yeah. Exactly. So I had played it years before my 12th birthday, and I remember, or whatever birthday it was, I just remember going, I want to play that again.
Okay.
And I think everybody, when I'm imagining it, and it might be because everybody says that's a white trash game, my wife included, that that it might have been that everybody is going, oh my God, why are we playing it? And they're just probably just fucking dropping it.
And you're having the time of your life.
And I'm going, oh, I'm
going to get this one.
Yeah.
You guys don't have a chance.
That's right. I'm a pro. And they're just like blink, blink, blink without looking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing that. I remember, I forget what else. Maybe hide and go seek. I don't know. Maybe at 12. I don't know. I just remember
play
my
hide
mom.
And go seek by yourself.
My mom came up with games, and then she gave us toys. Like we had like a grab bag of toys to give to the kids, which was nice, but it's just weird. Yeah. Being an only child, I had to play hide and seek by myself all the time. I can't find you. And and then my best birthday, I don't think it was a birthday present, but I got the snow speeder one year. And that was awesome because my parents never bought me the vehicles. They just bought me the figures. So, like I've explained, one of my horrible ones that my dad does not get is I had Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing pilot outfit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Where's the X-Wing? You're asking.
Yeah.
Did the sound cut out? So I said, Dad, I really want the X-Wing. Like he flies in this airplane type thing, and my dad goes, hang on a minute. And he gets the toilet paper roll.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Puts a piece of paper around the top where he aims it like a cone.
Yeah.
Cuts out a little door with a little window.
Yeah.
Opens that up. Covers the bottom of it. Goes, look, you put the guy in here, you close the door. There he goes. He can fly wherever he wants. I go, how does he land? Oh, he lands just like fucking Flash Gordon.
Like this. And he just throws it and get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. I'm doing some blow. And so I'm like, okay. So I remember having to play that. And I was like, oh my God. So
this is cool, right?
Yeah, with all my friends. My friend has a Millenium Falcon.
Hey, Joe, come over. I got an X-Wing. All right. Where is it?
It's got an X on the side.
Yeah, see it?
Yeah. See, the door handles are an X.
Nice.
So that was not good. But what was good was the snow speeder.
Uh-huh.
What I didn't like was that the snow speeder and the AT-AT were not size appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And size
appropriate. Yeah.
So that was odd.
Yeah, well, just imagine how big that AT-AT would have to be
fucking badass
awesome.
Is what I say.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
You got a figure who's like that big, and that would be cool. We need to make one. So now for my birthday, I told my wife, I said, I'd like to get a model of the Millenium Falcon, I think, to put together.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked up the prices of these Millenium Falcons, or as some old people would say, aluminum Falcons?
No.
You look these up. They're like $250. You can get the Lego one for $119.
Yeah, but that's not even the good one. Lego made one a few years ago that was a much bigger, better version of the one they have now. That was like $500.
Holy shit.
And now they don't make it anymore. It's like a collector's item now.
Damn it.
But it'd be worth a lot more than $500.
But I wanted to get that. And
you do realize that you're 45 fucking years old, right?
Listen.
And your man cave here is full of toys.
Listen, I like my man cave. Here's my thing. We can't all be privileged children like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And, no.
Silver spoons.
And some things are, don't get me started.
No, don't even start talking about silver spoons.
You heard me talk about silver spoons at my mom's funeral.
Even then. There's no escaping it.
Now everybody's going silver spoon.
What does that have to do with a funeral?
How does that add
Tell
together?
that story.
So a lot of this is things that I wanted as a kid that now I can have. So
I get that.
Yeah. So, even though my wife still hates this Chucky doll, frightened of it.
Yeah, I don't much like it either. It's creepy.
Really? Oh, it's cool. It talks to it. So, how do you want a broken leg?
Say broken tile. What is it? What's it? Ugly tile.
Yeah.
Broken leg.
But,
Degree work.
But she bought me the Yoda, and but anyway, so I have all these. But the Millenium Falcon is one that I always wanted.
But where are you gonna put it?
For the toy, I hang it from the ceiling. My friend Joe made. Oh yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Which you don't remember, but he bought all the NC 1701s or whatever. He bought a bunch of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then he even took the cotton and he like made it gray so it looked like it was smoke coming out of the top, like it got fired on.
Yeah.
And you hung them like you had a Vulcan warship, and then you had the other one, and they were hanging from your ceiling. And I was like, oh wow, you did that? That's cool.
Yeah, but I was also 12 years old.
No, you were 18.
Whatever.
That's how you knew. I mean, that's cool because you did the good stuff. I had a
toilet paper roll.
That's right. No, I got
that I had to actually light on fire to make it look like it was burning.
Okay, I remember a good gift that I got. It was the General Lee. It was a model of the General Lee.
Yeah.
And of course, you're supposed to do those things with your dad because I was too young probably to do it right. And my dad said, go ahead and do it. So I did
here's
it.
the glue.
Yeah, so I had to do it myself. So I remember the front end, like the tires. Oh, I don't have it here, but I don't have that. But I have a Mustang that the wheels move. It's not a model. It's metal. So the wheels move. But stupid me, I didn't know. So I put glue on it.
Now you glued them.
So it couldn't. So when I drove, I had to
Yeah.
So I had that, and then I had a die-cast Countach Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And I used to play Cannonball Run, and so. And even though those were a little bit the size
inappropriate.
Yeah, I was gonna say that again. The size is what was that big word you used?
They were not proportioned.
There you go. So they weren't proportioned to each other. So like the Charger was
a little bit bigger.
Was bigger. So I had to drive those around, but I acted like I was the girls in the Countach or whatever.
Unzipping your suit.
And zip. And so. That was
Adrienne Barbeau, and who was the other one?
And then
was she anybody?
I don't think so.
No. Not that Adrienne Barbeau was somebody, but
well, she was back then,
kind of.
I think. And for her boobs, everybody
was somebody because she had big boobs.
And then there's Maude. I still don't know what that's from.
Wasn't she in Creepshow?
Yeah. No, she was in Swamp Thing. She might have been in
The Fog.
Show.
She was in
The Fog. Sorry, I was drinking my cold coffee.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. But then the Dukes of Hazzard car I painted black because I got tired of the Dukes of Hazzard. Like
irony. Did you leave the Confederate flag on top and then paint it black?
Yeah. No, I painted the whole thing black, like horrible paint job. Like I just painted the whole thing, so it was all, as they say, murdered out. I guess they call it.
Wow.
That's right. Sean used that word with me once. I go, "What's that?" He goes, "The lights are dim, everything's black." Anyway, painted all black, and then I drive those both around. So I had a black Countach and this, and then finally I ended up throwing that car away.
Yeah.
And then when I got nostalgic, I was like, damn, I should have never got rid of that General Lee. Like I should have left it
because
the way
you could never buy another one.
Right. Probably not, because
it's got a
flag on it.
I'm sure you could go buy one.
I told you I'm tempted to put a Confederate flag on the front of my computer here.
Why?
Instead of my American flag, just to see what people think when I open my computer at Starbucks.
You know what they're going to think.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could go right down to the Hobby Lobby and
right.
Find a General Lee model.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what I'm thinking about doing, is looking for a model maybe that I want and getting that and putting it together. Because like you said, I have all the time in the
That would
world.
use up a little time that you spend watching garbage.
I've been watching better shows. Baby's Daddy is great, by the way.
For God's sakes.
What
Trace
show
and
am
I started
watching?
watching Mr. Robot.
I started to watch
Which is really good.
just season 1. I heard it's real.
I
mean, season 1's the only one available right now
on Amazon, but season 2 is currently on right now, so I'm DVRing those. So when I get there, I can watch them.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Oh, I thought maybe they were on season 3 already.
No, they're just on season 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I started to watch Dexter, that everybody'd been talking about.
I never watched that.
So I watched the very first episode. That was a show that my wife said if that was on now, like she just watched it, like if she just watched it, she said I would call off sick for work, like to watch. That's how great this show is. And I was like, okay. So it's it's a good show.
I'm glad it's not on now.
I only watched the first one, and then I started The Wire, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait on that one.
Catching up.
I'm
a little behind on everything.
Yeah, trust me, my wife caught up on the commish, except there have 4 seasons that are on Hulu, but there was a 5th season, and now she can't. 3 seasons on Hulu, and she can't find the 4th season. It's not available. You can't She's like, what goes on? Yeah. So anyway, now that I bored everyone, what do you got? What do you got about? So my birthday, for those of you who don't know, is tomorrow on the 26th, and Joe's birthday is on the 9th, and that makes us exactly 2 weeks apart, which is odd to me, kind of.
Yeah.
And someday Joe will find a picture of us in 2nd grade with him wearing the shirt that I talk about.
Someday.
And, yeah. But you got some news? You got some
no, I just
birthday things?
I was looking around on the internet for something to talk about.
Old. Do you need reading glasses when
No.
Last night I go to show a guy a map, like a guy calls me and goes, I can't get around this property. I said, hang on. I go to get my book, and all the numbers are real small where I'm telling him to go. So I go, hang on. I had to open up my computer bag, pull out my reading glasses, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's right there. And I'm like, man.
Why didn't you just use the map on your phone?
Because I didn't have it. All my, I didn't
Doesn't he have a phone that has a map on it?
No, like the Intel. Like we have Intel, which is, what gate code to use, who to call, who to send your reports to. Then you have a map. And the map is detailed with all the numbers. It's what they would give out for renters.
Mm-hmm.
But so I have that in my beat book, but I don't have it on my phone. And he doesn't have it on
all
his
security.
So, yeah.
Security lingo I don't understand.
Exactly.
I'm a layman.
That's all right. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Whatever.
So
anyway, I was looking around for weird shit, and I found this. Do you like cheese? Just
yeah,
cheese. You a cheese person?
I don't like American. Is that the one I don't like? Yeah.
Fucking commie. Anyway, this cheese, which I think is pronounced casu marzu, also called blah blah blah. Anyway, I've heard of pecorino cheese, and this is a form of that. Okay, they make this pecorino cheese, but then they take a step further in the fermentation process. Where they make this. Here, let me just read this.
Don't be tribe-like.
Derived from pecorino, casu marzu goes above and beyond typical fermentation to a stage of decomposition, brought about by the digestive action of the larva of the cheese fly. These larvae are deliberately introduced to the cheese, promoting an advanced level of fermentation and breaking down of the cheese's fats. The texture of the cheese becomes very soft, with some liquid seeping out. The larvae themselves appear as translucent white worms. Ugh. You eat the cheese with these maggots in it.
Oh, with them in it?
Oh, yeah,
I thought you eat their poop.
No.
I thought then they go, oh.
No, they're in it.
Oh.
It's a fucking delicacy.
Oh.
And
that's where's that?
When disturbed, the larvae can launch themselves for distances of up to 6 inches. Some people clear the larvae from the cheese before consuming, while others do not.
Jesus. Yeah. And then do you... hey.
Yeah, I don't know if they... So basically, they make cheese.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they cut the top off the cheese. And then they let it sit in this room just outside for like 2 months.
Wow.
So flies can lay their eggs in it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's pretty gross.
That sounds like good cheese, though.
It sounds pretty fucking disgusting to me.
But, well, that's like, I was talking about, tribe or natives. I remember watching a travel show, and the guy was like, "Oh, can I have some?" Like they were making. He goes, "What are these people making?" And they're chewing on grass.
Yeah.
And then they spit in this big bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody spits in the bowl, all the females.
Yeah.
And they mix it all up, and then they pour it into a big bottle, and then at the end of the night, you pass it around, and everybody drinks out of the bottle, and it's fermented wine or whatever it is. Yeah. And I was like, gross. I'm not going there.
And I was like, gross.
That's right. Go to the max. But
let me show you this picture.
did you hear about? Wow, is that cellophane? What is?
That's another
two
weird thing I
people-
found. Bizarre new wedding trend sees couples choosing to hold their breath for vacuum pack wedding photos.
What the? Jesus.
There's pictures of, this picture is of two naked people all tangled up together, vacuum sealed in, like you would do leftovers,
Yeah.
and then they have their pictures taken. Some are in clothes.
Maybe you should show that to the camera over
Some
there.
are in clothes still.
Yeah.
Some are in the 69 position,
Wow.
vacuum sealed in a bag.
Wow.
I don't know how they're breathing.
And
They
then-
must
yeah.
take the picture and then
Yeah. You
instantly cut the bag open because there is no air in that bag.
Yeah. Ugh.
This one, he's
Jesus.
got a gun.
Jesus.
I'll send you this so you can post
Yeah.
it if you want. That was, and it's
It's very.
as you might imagine,
yeah.
it's Tokyo. It's Japan.
Wow.
So yeah, they're pretty fucking weird.
They're doing I just heard this on NPR or whatever. They're doing driverless taxis
Yeah, I heard
now.
about
They
that.
started that.
Yeah.
And they said Uber's going to start it over there.
Yeah.
And except you have to share the ride. And I was like, well, with who? And there's a technician in the back. There's a guy standing ready to take over in case it's going to crash.
Yeah.
So there's
So
a
then what's the
technician
point?
because it's still driverless technically.
But there's a guy
There's
there.
a guy there to take over in case it
But
breaks.
what's the point?
I
What is
know, I
the
know.
novelty of it? If
Yeah, yeah.
hey, look, we're
if-
getting in a driverless car, except there's a fucking guy there
yeah.
who's gonna not let us crash.
Yeah, true.
There's
So
no-
you would rather
No, I'm saying there's
Joe's
no-
adventure movie. We
there's-
could crash at any
Yeah,
minute.
let's take a chance. There's
Yeah.
no risk.
Yeah.
I drove in a car that someone kind of didn't drive.
That had a safety, yeah.
That's dumb.
So you're saying
And I'll bet they charge extra for it.
parachuting, you wouldn't want the emergency parachute. You would just want one parachute. So that if you jump and you're like, "Yay, what's the point of having two? If this one breaks, I can die."
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. All right. No, I hear you. I guess. No, I know. But do you think that's gonna take? Do you think the driverless car is gonna take effect anytime within, say, the next 20 years, or do you think it's gonna try and it's not gonna work, and we're gonna end up just driving our own
20
cars?
years?
Yeah.
Maybe within 20 years.
Yeah. Because, then you got that Tesla problem and, and all that. But they were saying also that you're not supposed to climb in the back seat and take a nap while your car's driving.
Well,
you're supposed
somebody's going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I want Minority Report. That's what I want. Just sit in my car while it takes me to work.
Yeah. Hey, I found this app. It's a Would You Rather app.
Oh, right up your wife's alley.
Okay, so would you rather
Uh-oh.
dump someone or get dumped?
I think dump someone.
Okay, then what you do is you pick that one, and it tells you the percentage of who picked which.
Oh.
75% people pick dump someone.
Yeah. Interesting.
So the next one would be, if it'll change, which it won't, of course. This is good podcasting. What the hell? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong place. Grate your upper arm like cheese, or stick a 10-centimeter nail up your nose. Which one do you think more people picked?
More people picked the arm because they're afraid of hitting their brain or something.
Yeah, just barely though, 53%.
Wow. That would be painful.
Bungee jump on the Eiffel Tower or bungee jump on
Bungee jump onto the Eiffel Tower?
On the...
Oh, off the
I
Eiffel
don't
Tower.
know. I'm going to do another one. Have no internet
Uh-huh.
or have no cell phone.
Have no cell phone. Because Netflix and Hulu, where do I waste my time on the internet?
Yeah, 65% said cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You
guess
would've picked-
because, I do more with the internet besides my cell phone.
Yeah. Well, trust me, I know. I text you,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
5 days later I get a text back. I go, Joe, the Monkees are coming in concert. He writes me nothing.
Yeah.
Which is funny because one died, so now
Yeah.
you got 3 left. Michael
are
Nesmith
the-
didn't go when we were there, so I
Is
don't
he
even
there?
know if Michael Nesmith's
Probably just the
going.
one. I
So
saw
it's
the
probably-
Monkees
it's
have a new
probably
album.
just-
I saw it in the store.
Oh, really? It's
of new
probably
music.
Wow. It's probably just Peter Tork and Mickey Dolenz. But it's, get this, it's on a Thursday or a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I could go. I'm
That's
off
for
work.
old people. Yeah, see, there we go. Well, then trust me, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Would you rather kiss your best friend? Not me.
No, it
or
says best friend.
kiss
So.
the person you hate the most?
I guess my best friend, because you're so sexy,
Yeah, 81%.
said they'd kiss you.
No,
It's
kiss your
just a
best friend.
joke.
Would you rather have a 100% chance of dying a painless quick death or have a 99% chance of dying a painful long death?
Jesus, that's a no given, like the painless death.
Yeah, that one doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Wake up to spiders in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Wake up to someone shitting on you?
I think wake up to someone shitting on me, because I'd say, I got to start recording this. This is a
66%
great
said they
podcast.
prefer shitting. I probably would have picked that.
Just like all these
You just
spiders
take a shower.
crawling out of your mouth. Yeah.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Would you rather not have a phone or always have sex noises coming out of your phone?
I guess not have a phone, because then you'd have to explain that all the time.
No,
Like, it's just...
More people pick the other one.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think they'd rather deal with that than not have a cell phone.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, would you... This one sounds more up your alley. Would you rather get a blowjob from a shark or receive anal from a blue whale?
Receive anal from a blue whale. Get blown by a shark, because a whale is huge.
Yeah, but the shark's got the sharp teeth.
Yeah, but he's not... It didn't say how he...
53% said
might
shark.
blow me without his teeth. I mean, without using his teeth. That's a good shark. Good shark. Good shark. That's a new show right there. You and I can make our own animated show, The Good Shark.
Okay, this one's stupid. Would you rather get away with murder or be found guilty of murder when you are innocent? What the fuck? And how do you spell innocent?
INNOCENT.
No, they spelled that wrong.
Wow.
Have a quick painless death. Have a pain. Okay, that one's fucking stupid. This dumbass. Crap your pants in public once a year for the rest of your life,
Mm-hmm.
or crap yourself in private every day for the rest of your life.
I think the first one.
Yeah, 59%. What the fuck? Well, here you go. This goes along with the cheese. Would you rather have to eat maggots or have to eat caterpillars? What the fuck is the difference?
Yeah. Maggots might
Yeah, they said
survive,
caterpillars
and they
bite
might
quite a
eat
lot.
some shit.
Would you rather slide down a razor blade into a pool of alcohol naked or get molested by E.T. for 12 hours?
I think get molested by E.T.
Oh, yeah.
But don't... E.T.'s so nice. Don't bring his bad name into this. Make his name bad.
Would you rather pee every time you stand up or poo every time you sit down?
Oh, that's a...
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Pee every time I stand up.
Yeah, 68%.
Yeah, because then I could just carry a bucket. And then I just stand up, pee in the bucket, walk away. Carry the bucket.
That's true.
Yeah.
Rip off your own arm or rip off your own leg. That's kind of stupid.
Rip off my own arm.
Would you okay, last one. Would you rather every time you have sex your sibling is watching, or would you rather every time your sibling has sex you have to watch?
It's every time on both?
Every time.
Yeah. I don't have a sibling, but if I did, I would say...
Every time you have sex, your dad has to watch, or every time your dad has sex, you have to watch.
Oh, I would have my dad watch me, yeah.
Yeah, just barely, though. Wow, 58%.
Well, that's a tougher one than the other one about would you rather die or die painful or die not painful.
Exactly.
Did you hear about, I can't find it right now, but did you hear about this guy that had attempted to have sex with a van?
Yes, I did see that.
Isn't that, he had sex with
the
grill.
Drunk, right?
Yeah, and then he, humped the grill and then staggered and I think passed out in the bushes or something.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
I saw somebody posted a video somewhere. They were walking and they were filming with their phone. Some guy was knelt down behind a car, humping the tailpipe.
Oh.
And they were just getting closer and closer to the car, and as soon as the guy saw they were behind him, he got up and just started walking off.
With jizz dripping out of it.
I don't think he finished.
Ugh, gross.
It's fucked up people.
And you heard about this python. I know this is old news, but python slithers up toilet, latches onto man's penis.
Yeah, I read that to you on one of the podcasts.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I was going to read it. And then
maybe that's where you heard it.
No, I heard it on...
Do you not listen to my show?
Holmberg's morning segment. I'm very sorry, Joe. I'll start listening. But yeah. Other than that, what do you want for your birthday?
I want world peace.
Yeah, right.
No. I have no idea what I want.
Because your wife's listening. She's wondering.
I'm sure she will listen.
Oh, by the way, so we hung out with your wife, me and my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And she said good things about you. She was almost in tears.
Your
it was
wife?
a great time. Yeah. Your wife. And
she was almost in tears.
Yeah, it was a good thing. It was about some things that Emma, she was pregnant, and you were real supportive.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I said whatever.
I remember not to slap her when I get home.
Yeah, that's right.
Today.
No, it was very sweet. And
I ended up quitting my job.
Yeah. You're to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So no wonder you went for it then.
I was all in.
It. Yeah. You were like, wait a minute, I might have to quit my job, honey. Yeah. I'll do that. No. Yeah, and speaking of birthdays, my wife bought me that Millenium Falcon thing. Yeah. It's like a lights up. You can probably see it on the video. We're recording this, by the way, on video if you want to watch a video. And then she bought me some shoes, which she was like, these are just like little gift. And then she goes, I got something for your birthday. But she goes, those are like small.
Millenium Falcons as well.
Yeah. That'd be badass. No, it light up on the ends.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I don't know what I'm getting. I know that
like you have one of those toy Millenium Falcons on each foot, and you can't walk. The ones we had when we were kids.
Or I'm saying the ones that fly. So I can balance like Iron Man. Yeah. And then I think she might have got me the Jack Burton that goes with my figures down here. My pop.
Oh, I'm crossing my fingers. Hope you get your collection.
I knew you were right. That's the bad thing. Like I said, like I got 2 Goonies here. I got the chunk and what's it? Now it's like, well, now what if I have to get
exactly? Why would you only get a couple of them?
Yeah, I meant Sloth. I keep saying chunk. Sloth and Mikey. So yeah, I don't know what I'm getting. So unlike Joe, who just says, here's what I want. Fuck it, I'll get it myself.
I don't do that.
Says.
She won't let me do
Joe
that.
probably wanted me to say the best gift I ever got was my 40th birthday. I got Heat on Blu-ray. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, you're welcome.
And and then and by the way, something that I almost forgot. So last time I teased a story about how I got hit in the head playing Star Wars with a rock. I got hit in the head with a rock. It wasn't that somebody hated Star Wars. So I'm out in the playground.
Star Trek rules. Whack.
That's right. I'm out in the playground, and my friends are like, well, what should we do? And I said, well, we could play Star Wars. And my friend says, why don't you...
I wasn't there, right?
No. It was, I think you had already left and went to the other school.
I could see where this was going, so I said, I got to go.
So, exactly.
Star Wars and rocks, they don't mix.
Trust me, I think after you left, I'd play Star Wars, I'd play Enos and...
Christ. Grits and greens.
Grits and greens, strike again. I said, I'm going to go grits and greens. I'm going to put my hand out. You put your thumb on there and you go strike again.
Wow.
So, great times. So I said, who, I'm going to be Luke. And this other guy goes, I'm going to be Han Solo. So I was like, okay. I think I was like, well, I guess I have to be Luke or something. And so he was Han Solo.
Nobody wants to be Luke, but he's the star of the fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, especially for that first one, because all it is I was going into Tasha's age to pick up power converters. Which reminds me of another side thing real quick. The best robot chicken ever, a couple of the skits, they're all good. All the Star Wars ones are always good, the robot chicken. The one that they had where it was just a quick little thing, and it was 3 girls, and they were strippers.
Yeah.
They were like robots, and they were called the power converters, and they were dancing.
Yeah.
And then the best one is that guy who has a bad day at work, and he goes out to the bar with his friend who pushes him, and then he goes, I don't like you. He don't like you either. And the guy's going, what are you
talking about?
And then he gets his arm cut off.
Yeah, that was funny.
So I'm out there. So for some reason, even back then, like I knew all the lines of the thing. So I'm like, okay, so we're in this scene. For some reason, I forget. There's like me and 2 other guys, maybe 3, and we're acting out the scene with the robots. And I don't think anybody chose to be C-3PO or R2-D2.
Nobody would choose to be them.
So they're just standing to the side while I'm performing for them, like
all method and stuff.
So I'm down on my knees. I'm down on one knee, and I'm acting like I'm scratching R2-D2, and I'm like, look like you got a lot of carbon scoring here. And then I go,
somebody just whacks you in the head with a rock.
That's
not how he said it.
And then right then is when R2's little thing turns on, and Luke falls back on his ass. So right about then, I jump back like I'm going to fall back on my ass, but I'm not going to fall on my ass. I just jump back and stand up. And when I do, I got hit in the head with a rock. I didn't know it was a rock, though. I thought somebody, because we were out.
Everybody's a critic.
We were out by the sports field, yeah. So I thought I got hit with a soccer ball or baseball or something. I don't know. So I jump back and I hold my head, and I'm like, and I look at my hand, and all of a sudden there's blood on my hand. And I feel something running down my side of my head, and I'm like, and then they're like, you're bleeding, and I'm like, yeah. And then I go get a teacher. So I'm going to walk to the teacher, and I think the teachers start coming up, or one teacher does who's watching the thing, and the teacher's like, the teacher's like, oh my God, I didn't mean to hit you.
Hit him.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit you. I hate Star Wars, and I hate Luke. And I go, he's the star of the show. So we walk out. So then I go there and go to the nurse. But as I'm walking through the basketball court, all of a sudden everybody is like, they're all talking, and then they see me walking with blood coming out my arm, like a curtain of blood.
Oh, lovely.
And they all just stop and look at me, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden I start crying, which I don't know, because then I'm like, oh, blood, and they're all freaked out. Yeah. So then I get to the nurse. The nurse like tries to clean my hair out, and but she's trying to be delicate, and then calls my dad. My dad comes because he's jobless. And my mom was working. So he comes, picks me up, and takes me, and they sew up my head. And I have all kinds of scars on my head because of accidents from hitting my head. That's why I'm retarded. So I never knew who did that. I never knew how it happened. My mom said, who did it? I remember she was trying to find out. Years later, whether this is true or not, because sometimes my mom would tell stories,
A kid on a grassy knoll with a rock.
That's right. I was like, look at those hobos. They're wearing good shoes. So she said, that's a JFK joke. Amazon Prime, by the way.
Too soon.
So she says, so years later, she goes, I found out who threw that rock. And I swear it was a long time later.
Like just now you found out?
No, before she died, 2006. No.
When at the time she said this to you,
we
literally recently she had found out, or she had known all along and never told you.
No, she had. It seemed like it was 4 years or something, or maybe I was even in high school now or something.
As if it was still being investigated.
That's what I'm saying.
Figures it out.
That's what's weird. And she goes, I finally found out.
That's why your dad wasn't working, because he was out investigating.
She goes, but my mom's not this good of a liar. That's why I think it was true, because she goes, yeah, my dad's all Jim Rockford.
Yeah.
His favorite. I love Jim Rockford because he don't pay his bills, and they're always calling. They're always calling for money. I love it.
What a role
it's
model.
So realistic.
Yeah, it's so me.
He lives in a trailer.
Yep. Oh my
God.
God.
What a palatial estate.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
So he says, so she goes, it was a kid who got a home run playing baseball. And after he ran to home, he picked up a rock, threw it up in the air, and it came down and hit you in the head.
Okay.
And I said, oh, okay, that makes sense.
How the
and she
hell
goes,
did she know that?
I don't know. And she goes, and I try to make the kid pay. His mom won't pay. She says, we have no proof. Blah, blah, blah. And it might have been less time than that, but it seemed like 3, 4 years. But I'm like, for one, I'm like, how did you
court that whole time?
How did you narrow down that exact time frame of it was this day, my son was playing Star Wars, your kid was playing baseball? So I don't get it. But it was the same field that me and Jason Fusco ran across, to fight. Start the plane, Grandma.
Yeah.
So that was that story that I teased last time. And maybe next time I'll tease another story. Do you have another story that I should tease for next time?
I can't think of one at the moment, but I'm sure something will come to mind.
All right, then. Well, that won't work for this podcast.
No, that will not work for this podcast.
Okay, then. I guess that's our show now.
Yep.
And until next week, I'm Phillip. And until whenever,
I am Joe.
Yay. Blink.
Can you really deep throw balloons? Do pregnant strippers make us swoon? What makes Joe masturbate? Is Sergio really straight low down? It's kind of a funny podcast. It ain't for the money podcast. It's kind of a funny podcast. So turn it up on a podcast. Digging through the garbage just to